Hi, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. And perhaps for some of you that have watched somewhat regularly, welcome back to Freak Boy Runs after my hiatus. I've taken actually a couple of months off from making videos, mostly because pretty much completely because I wasn't running anymore due to the need to recover from my bulging disc. I have a bulging disc at L5 S1 excuse me, that has been an issue actually for at least a year and a half. It got progressively worse. It is a degenerative issue, age-related, plus not made better by sitting in front of a computer for the last nearly 40 years. So yeah, it was finally time that I really couldn't ignore taking care of it anymore. And I have to keep an eye on my watch, because in one more minute I need to stop running per my physiotherapist's instructions. He's having me run 8 minutes, walk 1 minute, in order to at least give myself a little bit of a break as I ease myself back into running. Let's see, I got about 35 seconds left here until I walk. But yeah, I mean, it took me changing physios to actually feel like I started making progress. My first physio was a very nice guy, but I started questioning his decisions based on a couple of things. One being, oh, I gotta walk, that I had actually asked about getting an MRI for this issue. Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Very well, thank you. I had actually asked about getting an MRI early in January. He told me it wasn't necessary and that I could keep running. And I think he was making some assumptions, and possibly knowing that I was so passionate about running, thinking he was helping me out by allowing me to run. 6 weeks later, near the end of February, he decided it was time for an MRI, and then looking at the MRI said, oh, you have this bulging disc, we really need to stop running. You know, that, a few other things. I won't go into a big complaint session against the guy, because like I say, he was a nice guy and I think he was wanting to help, but he just wasn't. I changed physios. I've gone over my walking time here, so I gotta pick it back up. I changed physios, and from right at the start, I felt I was in the right place, because his first assessment, he said, well, you haven't been running for 2 months. I think it's worth trying to find out if you can, and just try and ease back in and see if there are any issues. Not do anything crazy, just do some light impact work at first. And then he had me running on this very cool treadmill called the Boost treadmill, where you you actually have to wear some half tights that then have this zipper around the waist that you can step into this bubble that's built into the bottom of the treadmill, pull the bubble up and zip into it airtight. Then they inflate that bubble and it can take as much weight off of you as you want. So yeah, he started me off at, you know, after a couple of weeks of just doing physio exercises and some light impact work, just kind of jumping off platforms and things like that. He put me on that boost treadmill at 75% of my body weight and just had me run a minute, walk a minute, run a minute, walk a minute. And I responded well to it. And so we've built back up until last week. He had me at 90% of my body weight, running 8 minutes, walking 1 minute. And it felt great. So he gave me the green light for this week to come back out to the park and do a similar session as I was doing on the treadmill. So that's why I'm doing run 8 minutes, walk 1 minute. Let's see, 57. So I've got to go to 62. Is that right? Yeah, I guess 62 minutes gets me to the end of this running period. So I got a few minutes left. I'm really happy. It's gonna have to be a real gradual process. I have been continuing with my marathon training plan, but I do it at the gym on the elliptical, and that is torturous, especially the long runs. This past Sunday I was on that thing for 3 hours, and that's some tough sledding, I'll tell you that. But I see a light at the end of the tunnel right now. I'm going to ask him next time I see him next week if he'll allow me to do my long run on, you know, in the park. And I may bargain with him and ask him if I can do half of it in the park and half on the elliptical if he doesn't think it's a good idea to do the whole thing, which I suspect is going to be the case. So I'm preparing my arguments now, or my negotiation rather now. Yeah, so I am going to do another run. Today is Thursday. I'm going to do another run on Sunday, which is going to be a similar distance. And I'll pick the camera back up for that session and close the video out there. Okay, it'll be a few days for me, but see you in a few seconds. Okay, it's Sunday. Looks like the rain has stopped for a little bit, but might come back. That's okay if it does. Before I start though, I just want to catch up on one piece of information. Ooh, there's a little bit of thunder. That I was remiss on when I filmed on Thursday, and that was the shoes that I was wearing on my very first official outside unassisted run were these bad boys. Those are my brand new Asics Gel Nimbus 28s. I went for the max cushion for the first run back, and they felt great. So You know, the 5 pairs of shoes that I bought that just sat there in boxes that were supposed to, you know, kind of give me some hope while I was recovering, and ended up just making me miserable to watch these 5 boxes for months on end. I finally got to use a pair, and they felt really good. So looking forward to using the rest as I go through the rest of this training cycle. But today I decided not to use another one of the brand new pairs, just because I expect a lot of mud out here, and I don't want to get them dirty, which is a little bit silly, but I'm not doing anything really spectacular today, just a 12K easy run. So I'm going to do that in these, which are also Gel Nimbus, but the old ones, the Gel Nimbus 27s, have quite a few miles on them. They're almost ready to retire, but they're still in good enough shape to do an easy run out in the muck. So let me put my stuff away here in the car, and then I'll get started on my run and pick you guys back up. Okay, I'm started. Man, I can't really explain how nice this feels to be doing this again on a Sunday in the park that I love, even though I'm running through a bit of a mess here. You can probably see, or maybe see, there's a lot of mud on the side. I don't know how much mud there will be on the path, but I don't care. I'm running, and I'm in my happy place. Fingers crossed that I can spend a little bit of time on the side. I'll have to try and find some spots where the water's not deep or there's no mud, just to get off the hard surface and just give myself a little bit more of an easing back into the impact. But we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, so I recalculated. Today I actually will probably do 13K, not 12, just because there's a certain pattern I run here that'll get me back to my car right at 13K, so I'll do that. The recovery's been still going well since my run on Thursday. It was just yesterday, I did a full gym session. I did 5K on the elliptical. I did my kind of rehab-ish impact work in the gym, which is some box jumps and some other things where I'm hopping around on one leg, plus my standard daily rehab exercises and a 5K walk. So a lot of stuff yesterday. Not a really strenuous day, but 4 solid kind of activities. I felt great. I'm not out of the woods. I still have, kind of, I don't know how to describe it, maybe tension in my left glute. Hi. Definitely not something I could describe as pain, but there's still stuff there. Maybe that'll take a long time, or maybe that'll always be there. I don't know. All I know is I definitely feel good enough to run. It doesn't hurt when I run, and that's really what counts right now. So how about I put the camera away for a few minutes, pick you guys back up partway through the run here, and let's just see how it goes. So far so good. Just on a short walking break, which is about to end here in 5 seconds. Path is like jungle-like. There we go. I am finding some patches on the side to run on. It's a little bit soggy, but I had to wade through like pretty deep water, several inches in the middle of the path anyway, so my shoes and socks were already soggy. So I'll try and stay away from the mud, but I am able to get off the path and reduce the impact a little bit. And I'm taking my walk breaks every 10 minutes now, whereas on Thursday I was doing every 8 minutes. Just trying to kind of wrap up a little bit at a time. I'm hoping soon to be able to go straight through without any walking breaks. And I actually considered doing that today, and then thought better of it and just decided to go with every 10 minutes as a slight bump from what I was doing Thursday. Okay, so you're heading back in my pocket, and we'll just keep checking in until we're done. Let's see. I think I have about, can't really see my watch very well, but I think I have about 3.5 kilometers left to go. My heart rate is starting to go a little bit higher than I would like, but it's not too bad. And especially since I'm taking the walking breaks, I'm gonna live with it. I only got about 15 seconds left here before I walk again. I feel pretty good. Been able to stay on the grass quite a bit more than I thought. I reckon I'll be probably at least 50% of my run will have been on the grass. So that's good. Okay, let's see. I have I messed up. I was supposed to have started walking 30 seconds ago, so I'm 30 seconds late on my walk. That's fine. Probably just try and catch my breath here, make sure my heart rate gets back down as far as possible before I run again, and I'll pick you guys back up at the end. Almost at the end here. My heart rate really spiked on this last mile, last kilometer. Really not very much left to go now. About 400 meters. So, all in all, I'm happy with the way things went. Hello. And hopefully the recovery goes smoothly as well. My left glute is starting to feel a little bit more tension. Still not what I would call pain. Yeah, let me do a wrap up once I'm doing my cool down walk. Pick you up in a sec. Okay, time to wrap it up. I got about 3 or 4 kilometers of walking to do just to cool the muscles down. Don't worry, I won't talk to camera that whole time. We'll just wrap it up here. Yeah, I made a major mistake insofar as I forgot to put sunscreen on. I just didn't think about it. Maybe partially because it was raining when I started and just wasn't thinking about the sun at all, but my most vulnerable spot is the back of my neck there, so that's why I turned the cap around backwards. Try and give it just a little bit of protection here for the last little bit. I feel pretty good overall. Yeah, I wish my heart rate hadn't spiked quite so much at the end there, but again, considering that I was taking some walking breaks and yeah, I mean, I probably was just a little bit undisciplined insofar as not really doing what I'm supposed to do there when my heart rate goes that high, but I'll forgive myself. Felt good overall. 13 kilometers. I was diligent about the 1-minute walk breaks after every 10 minutes of running, so that was good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than, I really hope I get a good recovery here. I'm not really worried about the glute. I think I mentioned kind of almost right at the beginning that there's kind of a constant little bit of tightness there that is not nearly what it used to be, and that just got a little bit more noticeable the last couple of kilometers. So I ended up doing the run mostly as a progression. I think I had a little bit of a slowdown in the middle, but yeah, it was mostly a progression run. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with everything. We'll see how the recovery goes. Not sure what I'll do for video content this coming week. I am going to do a threshold session and a tempo session. I think I'm going to do both of those on the elliptical, just because I do kind of want to just maintain the proper kind of cadence and heart rate for the right period, time periods that I'm supposed to. So I've got physical therapy sessions both on Wednesday and Friday, and that threshold and tempo are on Tuesday, Thursday. So I half expect to get put on the boost treadmill at physical therapy. So I don't know, maybe I'll bring the camera in there and give you guys a peek at what that boost treadmill looks like. I think my physical therapist hopefully will allow it. We'll see. But anyways, that's all I got for today. If you're enjoying the content, please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And until next time, on Freak Boy Runs, embrace the misery. A Freak Boy out.